Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video over on Ark Survival Ascended, and obviously Extinction just released, and I have a really cool thing to show you. This video is going to walk you through all of these cool things behind me, and by cool things behind me, I mean all of the new items, the major items that got released with the Extinction pack. Now you have to have Bob's Tall Tales in order to play these, but I'm going to walk through them all. Now, just so you can see them in the Engrams, I'm not going to waste too much time there, but you can go over to Bob's Tall Tales and then literally scroll down. Now you can see that all, keyword all, of the companion packs are there. You can put those on your Armadoggo in order to give them special abilities. That'll be a different video because that's going to take a long time to explain. I kind of want to give you a quick coverage of all of them. Tribe Tower. Wasteland lights, these are pretty cool. It's very similar to the Steam lights. The Battle Rig Garage with battle rigs as well. You keep going down and you get the Extinguisher Grenade and Explosive Spear, which is kind of like their equivalent to the Goo Gun, I guess is what their goal was with that. The Bio Grinder, you can literally tame creatures into this and it'll grind them up into kibble, which is pretty cool. And then obviously it's going to require power. The new turret, a natural defensive tower that has a blade wasp colony, so it's pretty easy to make as well. And they consume sulfur to fire. Again, the more turrets we have, the better off we are. They basically pester small creatures away and deal damage to flying creatures over time, which is huge, right? Because being able to have that access is pretty nice. So then you've got the makeshift mega lab. It's a powerful lab with basically an upgraded version of any form of lab, if you want to think of it that way. So anything you would make in like your chem bench, you can make here. And then there's one more cool thing I'll show you in just a second. But yeah, so we keep going down, and then those are, I guess that's the last one. Now, let's walk through why these are all super awesome. I'll go through the companion ones in another second here. All right, so this is the Blade Wasp Hive. You can see that I have all targets targeting. Basically means it's going to scare away little guys and then also get rid of things that are flying nearby. So being able to place these down is going to be huge because it's going to get rid of things that's out in the wild. You can see sulfur is the ammo type that it uses, which I don't know why it's showing as 0. But it shoots sulfur, and then it is powered by giant bee honey. So 1,000 bee honey is going to power it for, I guess, 20 days, 19 hours. So it seems to be pretty expensive to run, but I'm sure it does substantial damage. And just having the airborne defense is pretty cool. Consistent damage over time is huge. So definitely appreciate that. Now that's the turret that they added in. I'm sure some people, I'll do some more testing individually. This is the makeshift mega lab, and this obviously, as you can see, is basically the same thing that you would do if you were using a chem bench. Now the crazy thing about this is that I can actually make dust, or I can make shards. So if I go in here, I can literally craft element dust out of this. I can craft element dust out of the shards or element, and then it just, obviously your generic narcotic stimulant repellent, and then it also crafts, where's the other thing? I thought there was one more thing. There it is. But you can also reverse craft the unstable element as well, which is pretty nice, obviously. So you can craft that element instead of having to do it in your inventory. People don't understand how valuable that's going to be. Now, the other thing that's kind of a tricky thing is you can actually respec. You can de-level your creatures nearby, which is going to be crazy powerful. I'll cover that in a separate video, but literally you're going to be able to re-level creatures, which is such a huge thing in case you made a mistake or you want to like be able to have one creature that has multiple roles. I think that's an awesome thing. So yeah, pretty neat. Now the one thing that's going to be interesting is it's powered by element, so it's not cheap by any means to run. Now obviously this is the one we're most excited for. This is the Battle Garage, and you can make battle rigs. I went ahead and made a battle rig just so you could see it. It's excessively large. Unfortunately, it looks like in order to steer it, you can't like look left and right to steer. You literally have to use the left and right keys, and then you turn just by looking left and right over here. Now it looks like it's going to be powered by gas as well, obviously, so you can take some gas, place it in the thing's inventory, and you'll see that it's in general powered by that. Element imbued gasoline, I guess, is what it's required. So I'm gonna have to make that because I definitely don't have it. So I guess I'll figure that one out. But you can see that you can actually take the different components on and off inside of your garage, and there are different things. And they will be there's lots of really unique things. Where is it? So there's a rear end. The one that I thought was really cool. So this is a short range tranquilizing shotgun. Yeah, that's crazy. Big wheels. And you can see the lowest top speed, but the highest turning rate or tightest turning radius. The bed, basically, you can look. It's in like the look on that one. It's the look on that one. It's the look on that one. And this one, you can harvest buzz saws basically in order to utilize this thing. So that's pretty cool. Now, in order to make these, you just have to have one of these creations here, these battle rig garages. And it'll kind of like let you enter it basically like you're inside of a, I don't really know how to say it. You're just like in a creature basically. And you can see it'll save your last rigs. So you can modify rigs, create rigs, look at the inventory that you have inside of this thing, because you'll have to have inventory to obviously make these things. And then you can see your stored rigs. You can store them inside, which is pretty cool. And then you can go to your garage. Now, obviously you can modify it. I'm going to go ahead and create a new rig. I'm assuming that this one's a primitive, so there will be a way to get engrams and stuff like that to increase the overall kind of appearance. We're going to go with the roll cage. Why not? And you have to go through each component and have the resources in order. You'll see cementing paste and ingot, right? So that one's a roll cage one. Lowest, this is high speed, widest turning radius. I don't care. Sure, why not? Let's go ahead and crank some wheels on that thing. The front end, this is where it gets interesting. You can see the mighty deflector. You can see there's a ton of different parts that you can get to this thing. There's a smoke mod, and you can add a flamethrower turret on it. Like, each car is going to be unique, and yeah, so that's pretty cool. Now, if you go into your inventory, however, you can see that tame limit, they do count, or they do seem to count against your tame limit. It seems just 1 per, but they look super cool, obviously. Like, look at this thing. That's really freaking cool, if you ask me. But I think that's an awesome thing to add in the game. They used to have tech ATVs, and they never actually released them, so, you know, kind of cool. All right, so that is the quick rundown of that right there. That's the battle garage. The next thing up on our list is this massive structure that's meant to be like a boosting bonus pool tower thing. Now, it has to be placed outside, and it has to be placed on the floor. But if you look beneath, the longer it runs, it gives you bonuses for experience. So 20% increased experience, up to 20% taming speed bonus, and then up to 30% boss element bonus, which is a really powerful thing. And it does seem to be powered by alpha trophies. Now, you can use alpha tyrannosaurs. It just has to say alpha trophies on it in order to actually power this bad boy. And yeah, pretty cool. It seems like it's a big structure you can climb up as well. So if I literally run up this thing, you can use it as a little bit of a structure to stand on. I do believe it is damageable from a distance though, but it has 175,000 health, so it's not too bad. But if you tear someone's down, like, it's permanently down. So like, from what I understand, they're trying to make it so people want to build outside. And they're also trying to make it so these things are like, who can see how long they can get one to stand. So pretty cool if you can get that going. Now, the next and last really interesting thing, this is the bio grinder. Kibble produced from grinding tame creatures here ends up, requires gasoline or power, so you can turn on like that. And you can see that this right here, that's the bio grinder. I'm going to go ahead and build a pathway up to it right now, just so you can see, because I tested one on the other side, but it is kind of hilarious. Let's go with metal roof. I don't know if I can place, I can. Okay, sweet. Let's go ahead and run one there. Really not going to let me connect it. Game, sometimes you frustrate me. All right, so, and you just have to have tames in order to run it. So I don't want to take an Armadoggo. What is something that nobody likes that's super frustrating? Let's say a Diplodocus. Let's do that. Diplodocus. Diplodocus. There we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and put it in here. These are the most frustrating things in the world. So let's go ahead and let it have some fun over here. And you just have it follow you. And basically, we're just going to go ahead and put it above this thing. And you'll see that it'll drop it inside of it. Now, why is it not going to grind? Come on now. Really? Why are you not following me? Why are you not officially on the grind pad? Really? Oh, it started the grinding process and then stopped. There's like, nope. Okay, well, we'll just do something a little bit. It seems to be a little bit glitchy with the actual stuff. We'll do something smaller just to, where's an Ovis? A rare creature technary. Where is it? Ovis. There we go. Okay, I've got a whole sheet off to my side here. Ovis. Okay. Now let's see if I can get it to follow me. Come on, Ovis. There we go. Now it does seem to take a little bit of time, but if you look at that, now it's gone ahead and got the mutton, the meat, the hide, and the pelt. Now, it is 1x, so keep that in mind. So that is one ovis that you will get, and it seems to be about that much. It pulls the valuables out of it, so that meat and mutton. I thought it was supposed to produce some, no, what's it called? Some, man, my brain is like not working right now. Not element, but it's like blocked? What? Okay, whatever. It was supposed to produce some kibble, but let's see if we can get it to change up a little bit here, huh? There we go. Okay. Now it's doing the damage to that thing. There we go. Okay, now what do we get out of that? There we go. So there's the kibble. Okay. So it seems to be based on creature size. So that's some regular kibble. I wonder if it's got something to do with their health as well. Health overall. Let's just drop a 10,000 in there. Really? Okay, we're going to go ahead and just put a saddle on this thing then, because it's being a pain in the butt. But you get the point. There's some really cool things that they added into this. I just want to show you this last one because I got some cool stuff on one of them. And it's just 9 million years later. It's going to take, oh my gosh. Come on now, game. All right, now you just get it on this grind pad. And we're going to go ahead and let this thing get chewed on. So again, you can see it does percent damage. So it does chew through those things. And then the higher the health or the higher the level, the more you get. So that one I got 65 regular kibble on. And yeah, so definitely take advantage of this thing. Pretty cool idea. So, and then the last two things that are kind of cool is a suppression grenade. So it's supposed to hit things and turn fire off. So it'll literally prevent you from getting lit on fire for seconds of 3, and it'll turn all fire off. And then the last thing, this guy right here. This is a actual 4 sticks of dynamite attached to a spear, and you can throw it. So that's kind of neat, and it does 400 damage, seemingly so, to a platform. And it can go quite a ways, just like you would throw a normal spear. And yeah, pretty neat. Boom. But anyways, hopefully this video helps you out. And other than that, teach.